Let's move on to the next topic, man.
Did I put the Travis one in there as well?
Yeah.
But I think it was more off you. I think you was...
So, yeah, I was on Twitter the other day, and someone was talking about albums, and I forgot what it was, but it was something about Mad Villainy.
Oh, and it was...
Oh, no, what it was
Utopia.
It stemmed from Travis Scott, and people were talking about Utopia.
Yeah.
Basically saying, like, it's one of the best rap albums of all time, saying things like that. I'm trying to go into our messages so I can see the photo. But
they were saying, like, his discography is up there with the greats.
Okay, so here it is. The tweet reads out, I'm so sorry to have to be the one to say this, but Utopia is so overrated. I agree. Mm-hmm. It's good and one of the best albums of 2023. I agree. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but MF was really out here saying it's the best of the decade and beats out ish like Mad Villainy and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Nah. Someone commented under that, it is better than Mad Villainy, but not My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's definitely not best this decade. I was like, what?
It being better than Mad Villainy is insane.
I'm like, dog, like, this is the thing. And kids think because it has more weird, different sounds in it, it got to be great. Travis brings a nice sound. I will say that. Like Anthony Fantano said, Travis Scott makes Fast and Furious albums. It's just a whole bunch of sounds with sound effects and things like that. It's the Fast and Furious of rap right now. I'm just like, nah, that is the perfect. He said that in the video. I'm like, yo, that is the perfect analogy because that's what it is. Like, it's big budget. It sounds grand. Like, but it's not really
like
anything
Travis.
Like
Travis
great.
Gonna like come in a helicopter with a freaking Mustang at the bottom of it, jump off into the highway.
Or it could be like a Fast and Furious 7 where they went in space.
Bro.
I think it was that one.
And
Or it was 8.
That's just Utopia, I guess.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know, man.
Utopia's in space.
That's all I really had. I don't know. I don't know. If
I mean, I've seen some people. So you said best discography of all time. I've seen people actually discussing this on timeline as well. I do not think so. Out of the 6 projects he has with Al Farrow, Days Before Rodeo, Birds and Trap Sing McKnight, Astro World, and Utopia, I think only 3 of them are hits.
Well, Rodeo,
4 out of 6.
Rodeo, Days Before,
Rodeo, Days
Astro,
Before, Astro,
and McKnight.
No.
Utopia.
I'm going to say 3.
Okay,
3 out of 6 in terms of like.
Them the only 3 I rock with. I don't really, I don't like Midnight like that, and I don't care for Utopia at all.
Yeah, I think Birds in the Trap.
Al Farrow is not to be spoken about.
I think that was the one album where Travis was trying to test more of a sound rather than fully create a conceptually good album like a Rodeo or like a Astro World.
Yeah,
it's like that filler album trying to like figure out where he's trying to go with his next album, but it just didn't fully hit that point right there. Utopia to me just feels like Astro World, but the dark version, like Astro World at night. But you get what I'm saying?
It's like the dark cover, the alternate cover.
Exactly. So it's just like I get what he's going for, but I don't think Utopia is better than Rodeo or Astro World. And I think Days Before Rodeo, what it did for Travis's career and where it took him sound-wise, is better in terms of leaps of creativity.
So is Utopia Astro World shut down?
Yes. It's like once he went bankrupt, and Astro World was the one
and
thing.
They moved it out of Houston?
Yep.
Get out of here.
He got put in the 5th ward or 3rd ward. That's Utopia right there.
Yeah.
No. Especially with the cracked out looking guy on the front cover. Yeah. So I think Travis Scott is batting 3 out of 6. So 50% of his catalog is pretty good, even though some people were saying,
yeah, he's still young. He still has more to go, more to grow.
I think this might be because I'm getting older, like you said in a few pods ago. I'm not really anticipating Travis Scott music anymore.
Hey, it happens, bro.
After Utopia, I'm just like, this album was good. I'm like, I think I'm burnt out now.
Yeah. So you gotta think about it as you get older. Some stuff just not really gonna appeal to you, especially only. Some of the ones that like affected you, like you're gonna have that nostalgia. Like I know you can go back to Astro World and be like sicko mode.
Oh, I could go back to all his projects before. I think Utopia is the one where I'm like, I liked it. It's good, but it's just it don't hit that same point as Astro World to me.
Yeah.
Because that was just like the first time like we got an experience like Astro World.
Yeah. I feel you.
Utopia just doesn't hit that mark when it tries to do a lot of things similar to Astro. Heck, he has a song on there with Sway Lee in The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you try to hit a lot of main points that happen on Astro World, they just don't hit as well on Utopia. And I get it with the darker theme, the darker tones in terms of like the actual production itself. It just don't hit that same vibe. And he does have some jams, but there's just some things that he does, like especially rapping wise, lyrically, where it just falls flat. I got 2 bi girls in the bicycle. I'm just like, oh yeah.
I would never recite his lyrics.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
I know.
like,
you was on it. I remember that.
Yeah, I like the album.
He thought he was rapping on that song. I remember that.
I like it because it gave me Yeezus vibes and like Al Farrow vibes, but it wasn't like it. I liked it because it brought me back rather than like I like it on its own. Like if I would have heard it and I never heard Al Farrow or Yeezus, I wouldn't have liked that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Travis Scott definitely does not have a top tier discography at all. There are way better people in the blog era that have way better discographies than him. Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, J Rock, Absol.
Bro, they the whole black hippie.
I will say Isaiah Rashad, Joey Badass.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mac Miller.
Basically everybody on the One Train posse cut.
Action Bronson.
Big Crit. ASAP
Danny
Rocky.
Brown.
I already said Joey Badass. So yeah, I'm just like,
ASAP Rocky.
yeah, I just wouldn't put Travis in the discussion of best discography of all time. I see people trying to do that. I'm just like, this is a stretch right now, and I feel it. Some people feel very passionate about the artists that they love, and I get you want to root for them. But sometimes when we come to these discussions, we gotta be realistic. We gotta actually like. I feel like some of these people need to do their homework and actually go back and listen to some older stuff. Listen to some Outkast. Yeah. Because it's just crazy to me when I see people not bring up Outkast and best discographies now.
I don't know.
To me, that's crazy.
Only Idlewild is like the really, and that was the last dip. And you know, I don't really care for
Idlewild. I don't really count because it's a soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a companion piece.
Yeah, I understand. I got you.
I feel like The Love Below and Speaker Box, while it wasn't that great of an album for Outkast, it was two single albums from both of the duo.
And that album like influenced a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, without that, we wouldn't have 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I think Outkast has one of the better discographies. We gotta talk about best discographies.
Yeah,
Nas has one of the better discographies of hip hop. Not a perfect or solid. Well, he has a solid one. It's not perfect, but he does have one of the better ones.
And also he has like he has a good amount of albums.
Yeah, so that's why it's a bit harder to really sift through that. But I think he has one of the better discographies of hip hop. I wouldn't say Kanye, but I think Kanye is in that 50% batting range almost.
Because it's the more music he makes, the
lower it goes. Down. After My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it just starts getting lower and lower. Yeah. I'm just like, man, you had one of the best discographies of all time.
Yeah. What?
I thought you was dissing that.
Nah.
Oh, but yeah.
I had to burp.
But yeah, it's just a lot of artists that we really had to have a discussion about. A really good sit down about who really has a great discography in this time and day and age. I heard The Roots has a really good discography.
They do. They do. Really well.
I see some people saying A$AP Rocky got a top 5 discography, like the guy off of TikTok reacted to. Yeah. Top 5 discography of all of hip hop.
Okay. So before I close Twitter.